Hi Selma, nice to have you at Private Kitchen. This time I would like to talk with you about, as you're composing for film, but you're also composing for a lot of times for contemporary dance. Sometimes it's filmed dance films, but also live dance performances. And I'm just wondering, are there substantial differences between composing for film and composing for dance, and how do you deal with these differences? Or do you, another question might be, do you also benefit from in dance when you have been working for film and the other way around? So I'm just curious about your opinion and your experiences in this area.
Hi Rens, thank you. Yeah, indeed, I think I benefit from both compositional approaches. I think the main difference for me is in the process of composing. When I work for film, I'm thinking of an image, of a plot, of the director's vision. I'm thinking about the content of the image. Mm-hmm. Whereas when I work for dance, I'm exclusively thinking about human movement. Mm-hmm. So these are two very different approaches. And by saying that is that thinking about human movement, you think about, the first place, it's something much more organic. You think rhythm, tempo, phrases, space. It's much more an architectural concept. Whereas film, I'm focusing much more on an inner part of the project. Dancers follow much more the music than a film follows the music. So dancers will adapt to the music, music will adapt to the image. So I think this is also a very important difference. Also, the collaboration with a choreographer is different from a collaboration with a movie director. As of a certain point, once the mood has been set up with a choreographer, you start working on a very mathematical way. Let's say changes, for example. He will say, could you please add or cut 2, 3, 6, 8, 12 bars, you know? Because dance, it's very much about counting. Uh-huh. Whereas I will never have such an approach from a film director. He will never talk to me in terms of bars. So the process is different, you see? Where do I benefit? I benefit in the way I know, or I feel how to synchronize with what I have. The sync aspect is the same in both. Detail that is important. But I will go back to the similarities later, to the things I benefit from. So I was saying the dialogue with film directors is much more abstract than with a choreographer, you see. The knowledge also I have about dance, I need to have a knowledge about dance or a passion about dance. And of course, also the fact that if it's a live performance, the result is different. It's not going to be recorded music as it's in film. So also, that's also a difference. If I have a live performance, I will be preparing for having my music being performed. It's another way of preparing things.
Yeah.
Whereas in film, I am one technical, artistic detail of a whole package.
Yeah.
Here I am very much back in front. So I think it makes a difference. You see,
But do you also perform music? I can imagine there are two situations: that music is recorded and used during dance performance, and I can imagine there's a live performance of the musicians. Are you also performing yourself, for example?
No, I haven't.
Okay.
I am a piano player, but I'm not a performer. I know the piano very well, but I'm not a performer.
So you
And
write.
my music is hardly being performed on a dance performance. Most of the time they have been recorded, you see, and then just played.
Yeah, that's right. So
played during, you see, but I know that I can be in that scenario and that I have to prepare scores in a different way, that my music is going to be, I mean, music, it's not the importance, but it's a hierarchy, you see, of values. Music is much more present in a dance performance than in a film. In terms of quantity, in terms of development also, it's different. Contemporary music, not contemporary dance, sorry. It's always, I mean, the music, it's always evolving, evolving. But in film music, my cue will have a certain length. It might come back later, but it's very much beginning and cut, you see.
And during the process, do you also go to rehearsals, for example, if you can make it? I don't know.
Yes, I try, but now it's like, and then I will talk about that, the similarities. Now I receive a lot of video captions.
I see. During the Corona.
I mean, no, but also the last project that had nothing to do with COVID. I would receive the images, because there was no need for me to be there.
Okay.
Although I would have preferred to be there, of course.
There
was another project that I went to, of course. And as I said, it's something so organic that it makes a difference whether you are in contact with a dancer and then you come back to your place and you start working, You have the stronger connection, I think.
Yeah.
And another thing is that you're not working only with a choreographer, you're also working with dancers who are performing your music. They are performing your music with their body, And I always find it fascinating the way they internalize the music by counting. They memorize the counting. They have a very specific way of counting music, I don't know how they do it. You provide something and clack, clack, clack, clack, and it's like, okay, we have our own worlds. We'll make something together in the end. But
yeah, even with music that isn't rhythmic or at all, I know they have their own way of counting, so that they are sync if it's needed to be sync.
Yeah.
But I can imagine it's important to witness, if possible, for rehearsals, because I think as an audience, then you have then you experience yourself the combination of the two, the movement and also using the space, and it seems to me rather difficult if you have to do it from a recording, simply video recording in the rehearsal room, for example, and you have to react on that or work on that with that as a source. You have to work using that as a composer. It seems difficult to me. It seems more essential that you have to go there and actually experience yourself as a composer.
Absolutely, I fully agree with you. Yes. It doesn't happen all the time. One thing I must say is sometimes, and this is similar to film music, a choreographer will ask you given music. Okay, I'm not composing for a silent choreography. He asks me for, listen, this is my concept, this is my idea, chapter 1, I don't know, in the room, chapter 2, outside, chapter 3, with emotional, elements, of course. So I will provide that, and then he will make the dancers dance on that music. So that's the other way around, you see? It's like having, pre-existing music in a film. So in that case, I will just need to adjust things, and he will start sending, listen, or look, what they have done so far with the music you have sent me. You see, if you have to, and in that respect, sorry, when he sends a concept, it's like when a film a film director sends you a script.
Yeah.
Okay, this is my concept, this is my script. And then he sends me the video captions, and then I see, okay, I have to extend. But imagine that he says, listen, this is my silent choreography, and I want you to make the music for this silent choreography. Of course, I have to be there, you know. And so far, I have not had that kind of commissions. Okay. I have had commissions in Selma, could you please make this music based on these subjects?
So it's actually you're the starting point. Of course, there's the concept from the choreographer. But
sure, of course.
With the practical outcome, you're the first one to present something real, which is in this case
exactly.
the music.
Yes, yeah. And then, you know, it will go for, I don't know, because sometimes you have a movement of, I don't know, 18, 20 minutes, you know, you go. And then is when he says, okay, you know, bar, he will not say minute. He will say bar, tak, tak. And so, my God, you know, how did he go to bar, boom. Extend 6, please. Yeah. And not only 6, extend 6, 4, 4, and 1, 3, 4. Okay? It's fantastic. So it's very mathematical construction.
Yeah.
And then you have the other scenario in which it's very much used in the Netherlands, which is called the cine dance. You know, it's like a choreographer who makes a movie with a choreography. And this is the experience I had with this choreographer from Turkey, Özgür Adam İnanç. He sent me a video with a choreography, no music. And this is exactly like receiving a video rush from a film director. And I made the music to a silent choreography. Yeah. And this is very much like composing for a film. And if you see that film, everything is synchronized, you see? But this is the other way around. It's not that he used something I sent. I use the choreography he sent me.
Yeah. It's much more like film music.
So this is when I come to the subject of sync.
Do you prefer one of the two, either dance or do you prefer the combination in your work?
I was thinking because, I knew, you were going to ask this question. I like the combination, but there's one common thing in both that I have in my work is the tempo. That applies both in contemporary music. Contemporary dance. Okay, what is the tempo I need? What is the tempo that suits best this choreography? But when I receive an image, this is even more important. What is the tempo that I'm going to use for this image? You see, it's not too much. There are two things I ask myself always. It's register and tempo first. So I think I have a common approach to both. I like both. I like both very much. I think film music is more dangerous. Film music, it's more delicate. You have to be more delicate. You have to be more cautious. But then again, it's a personal choice because I don't like to put too much. You see, But it's like this director who taught me put a lot and then take out. So now I'm learning, you know.
And you mean that more dangerous that you can easily hurt also a film?
Absolutely, you can damage something. Yeah. I like that. I like the way you're saying. Yes, you can easily damage, you know. And
Yeah.
So it's more challenging. Yeah. So if you're lazy, you prefer to go to dance.
Okay, Selma, thanks for these insights. It's very nice to talk to you about it. Thank you. And for the people watching this video, if you want to know more about Selma, take a look at the other interviews. Thank you.